Very good evening to one and all once again. The topic that I'm going to take today is going to be about writing letters. Okay. Now, you would be coming across various situations as a student also, wherein you would have to write a letter, some application, important application either to HOD or to principal sir or to dean academics or any other deans based on your requirements. Okay. Now, when you're writing a professional letter, application letter or any kind of official letters, okay, basically you see letters can be classified into two types, fine. One is a formal letter and another is an informal letter. Well, gone are those days where informal letters are hardly used. Okay, there was a time when there was no mobile, there was no WhatsApp, there was no messengers, there were no pagers, there was only telephone, and talking on telephone and usage of telephone used to be very expensive. So there were days, especially I still remember when I was in school and even during my college days. Okay, letters, exchanging letters among parents and children and among friends who are apart or who are relatives who are apart. The only ways of communication used to be writing informal letters. So we used to even send greeting cards, sending cards on birthdays and on anniversaries or any other occasion used to be very, very common. But now it's not the case, since due to the proliferation of these mobile technology and everything is so easily accessible. I mean, you can communication has become so kind of cheap these days, and there are various other online ways of communicating with people that writing informal letters has completely become obsolete. However, writing formal letters is still very widely used. You can't escape because formal letters are considered to be something very serious. The reason behind that is because you write or you type. Of course, these days nobody writes, everybody prefers to write formal letters and then sign on that. And once you sign, it becomes authenticated. Okay, so writing formal letters is very, very important. So informal letters, I don't have to talk anything about that because nobody is going to write informal letters. Okay, even a boy had to woo a girl earlier days. They used to write letter and then they used to propose and all those things used to happen. But nowadays you don't find this type of stuff. Writing informal letters is completely obsolete. However, writing formal letters is very, very important even in when you join a company, when you are applying for your job, when even in as a student, as I said, you would come across various situations wherein you would have to write letter to HODs or any other higher authorities. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is whatever format I'm going to talk about in my today's class is going to be on British letter format. Okay. See, originally English comes from the British, from the European countries, and American English is something which I think I have discussed a lot of differences between American and British English in the initial classes of my for my subject. But then Americans follow a different standard for writing formal letters. Okay, I'm not going to teach your American standard, I'm going to teach your British standard. Now, first thing I would like to tell you is nowadays everybody has laptop or PC. Okay, so whenever you come across, now that you people are in fourth semester, another 1 year for you people to be in college, and as I said, you would come across various situations where you would be writing letter or typing letter. What I insist is, please don't write. Because, and one more thing, I have feedback that I keep getting from HODs and many other higher officials is that whenever students submit some kind of application, um, like usually they say that students don't know how to write. It is so pathetic that that they are so embarrassed to even read it. So imagine you being in a MCA, you people are already crossed your 20. It's not that you all are still in your teenage or something like that. And uh, people, I mean, you need to be very serious. You need to know the right way to kind of write a letter. So what I'm going to tell you right now is that I would insist everybody that since computer is very, very very much accessible to everybody, I would insist you people, instead of writing, type it. Only in where in case of emergency, maybe you could write it. There is no option left. You have very less time, and all of a sudden you come across a situation wherein you have to write a letter. So what you people can do is, type a letter. Now, whether you're writing or typing, it's the same. The format and the rules and regulations are going to be the same. So first, when you are writing a letter, okay, just a second, there's some messages coming from some students. The problem is there. What is this student trying to show me? Anyway, leave it. They see they are asking me questions, and my class has begun, and they are asking me how to join. And I think on the WhatsApp group I have sent the link, and still they want me to send separately to everybody. Anyways, I'll just continue. So the first thing that comes into your mind is where to write the address. Okay, so what I suggest is, you if you are opening a Word document, you will find a blank page. Now you see that, make sure that you use A4 size paper. Okay, this is the A4 size paper, and if you just minimize your you can see here, this is how the A4 size paper looks like. Okay, if I minimize, zoom it, this is an A4 size paper. So it is advisable to everybody that, you people are supposed to use an A4 size paper or type on a A4 size paper. Now the next thing that comes into your mind is where to write the address, and which address comes first. Remember that the address, your address should come first, and then the to address should come. Okay, from and then to. Okay, so from address is nothing but your address. So start with writing your name. Now assume that I'm going to take a situation, and accordingly I will show you people the format. Assume that there is a student by name, say, Aman Sharma. Okay, I'm just taken this name. So write your name first. So whenever you're writing from address, write your name first. Now, since assume that the situation is such that you could not attend your first IA test. Okay, your first IA test was supposed to be, say, on 4th April to, say, 7th April. Okay, and you were bedridden, you were suffering from some kind of ailment, due to which you were hospitalized, and you were on leave for a month, and doctor had advised you to take complete rest. Okay, so due to which you were not able to attend your IA test. Now the thing is that there are only two IA tests for MCA, and if you attend only second IA test, probably you would not be in a position to take average and be eligible for the semester and examination. So the situation is such that you have to write a letter to principal sir for asking for a special eye test. So this is a situation. So there is a student called as Aman Sharma, and he was suffering from typhoid, and he was hospitalized for 1 month, for which he could not attend. Due to which he could not attend the IA test, and thus he wants to write a letter to principal sir asking for permission to give him permission to attend a special IA test. Okay, so first thing is, start with your address. Say Aman Sharma. Now don't write your house address. Whenever you're writing letter within the college premise, as a student, you don't have to write your address. You can just mention, okay, which division you're and from which department you are. Okay, so Aman Sharma. So you can say semester. You can say department of MCA. Okay, fourth semester. A division. Okay, or you can instead of department. Oh, fine. It's okay. KLS, Bombay Institute of Technology. So this is the address that you need to type. You don't have to type your home address. Okay. Now look at the situation. Situation is you're a student. You're writing letter to principal sir. So first comes the to address. Okay. Then you leave one space, one line. Okay. And then type today's address. Suppose say for example, okay, assume that second diet test was somewhere in the month of May 25th to 27th, and today is 3rd June. Okay, so you want to write, so write today's date. 3rd, so British format. First comes DDMMYY. 3rd June 2020. Okay, then comes the to address. Okay, now you're going to write the letter to principal. So anyway, the new principal is Dr. Jayant Kittur now. So you can say, you can address him as Dr. Jayant Kittur. Okay, he's the principal. Spelling of principal, don't write PLE, it is principal. PRINCIPAL. Okay, KLS Gokhale Institute of Technology. Okay, principal, KLS Gokhale Institute of Technology, Belgaum. So this is the from address. So first comes the from address, date, present date, to. Now what students, there is an Indian error. What Indians do? They write from, comma, and then they write to, comma, and then they write. Now this is not required. Let me tell you, students, please pay attention. From and to keywords are not required. And moreover, once you finish writing the from address, take it towards the right side. It should be right indent. See, change the indent. This from address should come towards the right. Date should also come to exactly below the from address. Okay, date should come here, and then comes the, leave one space, and then comes the to address. So don't write from keyword and don't write to keyword. So this is the British format. As you can see, if I minimize this, this is how you're supposed to use the format. So from will come towards the right side of yours, towards the right of your side, not the page. Okay, if you see, I am sitting in front of me, there is a paper. So there is a paper right in front of me, and towards my right side, okay, I am writing the from address. Fine. Then the to address will come towards the left. So the date should exactly be below the from address. That is the date when you are writing the application. Now, once the okay, once the from address is from address followed by date followed by to address is written, the next thing what you need to do is you should salutation. What is salutation? Salutation is how you're going to address the person. Now, obviously, there is one important rule that you must remember. Okay, when to use the word respected. Now the word respected is to be used only for specific people with specific designation. Don't write respected for everybody. Okay, this is very important. You have to use the salutation respected for the principal of any college or school where you are studying, or for deans of any college or school where you are studying. At the most, it could be any priest or any head of a church or a head of a temple or a Supreme Court or High Court judge. Okay, these are the people who need to be addressed. Or when you are working in a company, if you are writing a letter to the CEO of your company where you are working, only these people are to be addressed as respected. Otherwise, don't say respect. If you're writing some letter to any professor or faculty of MCA department or any other faculty, there is no need to write respected. Okay, respected is to be used only for these people. Fine. So now I will say respected. So otherwise, madam. Okay, if your principal is a female, you can say madam. Now another important thing, see, the madam spelling is generally like this. Sometimes you may skip madam and you want to write ma'am. Now when you want to write ma'am, this is not the right spelling to write ma'am. Okay, the spell, if you are addressing somebody as ma'am, the spelling must be MA apostrophe and then AM. This is the right spelling for ma'am. Okay, don't write MAM, that becomes mum. That is wrong. Whenever you want to address anybody as ma'am, the spelling must be exactly the way I have showed you. Okay, respected ma'am. Fine. So anyways, since I am taking an example of our own college, I will say respected sir. Now once you write respected sir, okay, you can see there is space, one line of space. Then you have to write the subject. Now when you write subject, put a colon. Make sure you put a colon without fail. So you're writing an application for special, or you can, this is a request. So you can just a request for special IA test. Okay, this is the subject is request for special IA test. Now you can write subject after respected sir, or you can write it before also. Either you can write it before the salutation. This is also correct. This is also correct. Okay. Or what you can do is you can write subject after the salutation. But nowadays the trend is that people prefer writing the subject after the salutation. This is the new thing that we are generally following. So in modern days, people prefer to write subject, soon after the salutation. So then after you finish writing respected sir and subject, that is request for special eye test, now what you have to do is don't start the letter with I. Okay, don't give your introduction. Now see, already you have told a principal, you already mentioned your address, right? Your address is already, your name and your address is already there, so there is no need to mention. Okay, there is no need to mention your name again. What students generally do is, I Aman Sharma would like to tell you. There is no need to tell your name. Okay, so what you can do is, it has to be very crisp and short and to the point. Okay, don't write very lengthy essays when you're writing application letters. So what is the subject? Request for special IA test. So what you can do is, you can say, with respect to the above subject, I would like to inform. Now you have to give proper reason. Okay, why do you want special IA test? Okay, I would like to inform you that I was hospitalized for a month due to typhoid, and hence could not attend the second IA test scheduled from 25th May 2020 to 27th May 2020. Thus, I request you to please grant me Thus, I request you to please grant me the permission, okay, to attend special IA test so that I could be eligible for the semester end examination. I assure, maybe you can assure him. See, you have to be very polite, you have to be very kind, you have to show a lot of respect. I assure you that I will work hard and complete the, will work hard, and maybe you can say, and pass the final examination with flying colors. So see, you directly come to the point. With respect to the above subject, I would like to inform you that I was hospitalized for a month due to typhoid, and hence could not attend the second IA test scheduled from 25th May 2020 to 27th May 2020. Thus, I request you to please grant me the permission to attend special IA test so that I could be eligible for the semester and examination. I assure you that I will work hard and pass the final examination with flying colors. Now what is the guarantee? What is, how do you ensure that you are really hospitalized? So you have to produce some certificates. You can say, please find enclosed the required medical certificates please find enclosed required medical certificates along with this application. Okay, so this is the letter. Now what you can do is, maybe if you feel, first you want to give an explanation, and then you can, maybe this you can split it into two paragraphs. So with respect to the above subject, I would like to inform you that I was hospitalized for a month due to typhoid and hence could not attend the second eye test schedule. Thus, I request you to please grant me the permission to attend special eye test so that I could be eligible for the semester. I assure you, and then please, or else you can just take this at the, please find enclose the required medical certificates along with the application and kindly do the needful. Okay, so this ends your letter. So you are systematically developed, written the matter in a very systematic way in terms of 3 paragraphs. So once you're done with your letter, don't say thanking you and all. It's okay if you don't say thanking you. If you start any letter with respected sir, respected madam, respected ma'am, or dear sir, dear ma'am, end it with, the rule says that you have to end it with yours faithfully. Y capital. Yours should not have apostrophe. Yours faithfully should be the word. Don't use sincerely and put a comma, enter, and then leave some space. Then Aman, what was his name? Aman Sharma. Yes, Aman Sharma. Okay. So this is the letter. Now once your letter is over, you need to take care of the proper formatting. Okay. Now as you can see, the space between every single line of address is more. So what you can do is, you can just say Control A and then go to page layout, or directly you can just say right click and go to paragraph. So if you find that, these are some basic some adjustments that you can do. Line spacing, you can keep it single, and 0 and 6, and okay, this would look more neat. Okay, Control A. Always try to use the standard fonts like Times New Roman or Arial. Okay, and size should be 12. So just see how neat my letter is looking now. And whenever you write paragraphs must be justified. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to write a letter. See, and once you give some more space here. Now enclosures. Now suppose if you have enclosed, say, 2 medical certificates, there are some important certificates, so you can just say enclosure colon 1 or 2. Suppose if you have 1 enclosure or 2 enclosure, whatever it is, those are the number of enclosures what you are giving, because you mentioned in your letter, right, that you have enclosed. Don't use the word attach. Attach is to be used only for the email. When you are writing emails, I will talk about attachments, but as of now, don't say attach. So enclosure 2, that is, say, assume that you have attached to, you have enclosed 2 medical certificates. Then you can see, okay, once your letter is over, see, then you can see whether, everything. You can just go to minimize this and then just see how, whether it is looking neat or not. See, so all the font should be of the same type. Consistently you have to use the same font. Don't use different font for from and to address and then for the body. No. So if you look at the structure of the application, this application letter, from address will come towards the right side, to will come towards the left. Exactly below from, you have to leave one space and write today's date. See, once again I am telling, there is no need to put comma. Don't put comma. Some students put comma like this. There is no need to put comma, and some students have the habit of writing from and to. That is also not required. Okay, then to address, and then respected sir. I told you respected is to be used only for few people. As of now, as a student, remember, see, as of now, as a student, you may have to write letter to dean or principal. You can use respected. But if you are writing to HOD or if you are writing to any faculty, there is no need to say respected. You can say dear, dear sir, dear ma'am, or dear madam. Respected is to be used only for the principal of the college or school where you have studied, not to any other principal or college. Suppose if you are writing a letter to somebody else, some or to the CEO of your company, or at the most I said some people who are the head of some institutions, some religious institutions, or the judges like high court judge, supreme court judge, if you happen to write, or to the mayor, or to the district commissioner, these people you can say respected. Otherwise there is no need to say respected to everybody. Okay, so if you are starting your letter with respected sir or dear sir or dear madam, it has to be yours faithfully only. Don't say yours sincerely faithfully, no. So this standard which I showed you, you must remember, because you will be having one test on writing. Okay, there will be a test on writing which I'm going to take so at the end of this particular month, and I may ask you to write, either I may ask you to write letter or memo. Okay, so as of now I hope you have understood how to write a application letter or a formal letter. Okay, now this example I have taken because you people will be coming across various situations, and make sure you follow this standard and see that once before you take a printout. Check for the spellings, check for the grammar, full point, so students don't know that, they'll write respected like this, they don't know when to use capitalization. S must be capital when you're writing yours faithfully, only Y must be capital. All these capitalization, punctuation, grammar, spelling, everything should be checked. Okay, so once you feel everything is fine, take a printout. Okay, you can leave some more space over here so that once you take a printout, okay, this is the place where you will have to sign. So when you take a printout, take a pen and sign with your hand, and then hand it over to the principal or whoever you are writing the application letter. Okay, so this is all what I had to this is one example, I mean, I have taken today. So if you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and ask. I don't know, very few students have joined the meeting today. There were around 12, 13, but now there are only 9. Please ask queries or just respond to me. Students, please respond if you have understood, not understood, say something.
Understood, ma'am.
Any doubts, clarifications? Simran, Srinidhi, Sanket, Pallavi. I think some students were having problem. They have messaged me, but when I was in the class, I could not reply to them. Students, any questions? Have you understood anything that you want to ask me? I think the number of participants cannot be, I don't know what is the problem, but then they were not able to log in.
Ma'am, it was
Unmute and
showing
ask
some
person to
problem.
say something. Yeah, tell me something.
Ma'am, they had some problem to join.
पुढच्या महिन्यात सुरू होणार जुलैला जुलैला शाळा सुरू होईल